Hello, my name is Faszewski, and I'd like to thank you for this opportunity to allow me to share with you a little bit about growing up in my career as a woman scientist in higher education. To begin my journey, I have to start back at the beginning. You'll notice from this slide, there are several images of myself and my family. Central to my life growing up were my two brothers, as you see from the photo in the middle. My mom, my two brothers, and I had just come back from a trip to Burger King. My brothers and I spent a lot of time outside, exploring the neighborhood, exploring the woods, playing sports together, and this really laid the foundation for who I am today. You'll also notice a photo in the bottom left-hand image of my parents, my two brothers. This was on my graduation day. My parents were very supportive of my brothers and I in whatever it was that we wanted to do, whether it was choices in college, whether it was in careers that we wanted to pursue. They were always there for us. And again, the importance of family never went unappreciated. Growing up, I wasn't quite sure what it was that I wanted to do when I got older. And so when I left high school and I ended up going into college, I went to Our Lady of the Elms out in Western Massachusetts. I applied to many schools at the time and wasn't quite sure where I wanted to go. Going to Elms, though, it was close to home, had a nice small school environment and seemed very inviting. Plus, they had a variety of different degrees that I could choose from. And again, at that time, I was undecided. You'll notice from this image on the right-hand side, too, this was a photo that was taken. I was a lacrosse player at Elms College, and these are some of my peers that played other sports. Growing up, I was a student athlete. And again, this really played a huge role in developing skills that I would need in life, as well as in my career, whether it was personal or professional. As a student athlete, you end up developing skills in time management, communication, working under adversity. These skills are very important, again, whether you're thinking about science or a variety of other careers. And so again, this laid the foundation for who I am today and allowed me to be able to have these skills that allowed me to succeed moving forward. At Elms College, again, as I stated, I was undecided. I thought I might want to be a history major or perhaps an English major, but it wasn't until the end of my sophomore year, going into my junior year, that I had the opportunity to take a biology course with my future mentor and had an opportunity to pursue a research opportunity during the summer before my senior year. This, paired up with, again, my love of the environment and love of nature, really spearheaded my desire to enter into the field of biology. By having the supportive mentor, I was able to do just that and ended up with a degree, a Bachelor's of Arts in biology. At this time, when I was graduating from Elms, again, I wasn't quite sure exactly what I wanted to do, but I thought I should be pursuing a degree in higher education or graduate degree. And so in consultation with my mentor encouraged me to apply for a master's program at a nearby institution, Mount Holyoke. Mount Holyoke, I met another wonderful mentor who again provided me opportunities with research, as well as opportunities to be a teaching assistant. These two women mentors were very important in my development as a young professional, and again, as a woman in biology or a woman in science. The top left-hand image I really want to point out because it was during the time at Elms, as well as my master's program, that I became intrigued with microscopes and looking at things that were unable to be seen with the naked eye. During my master's program, I began to specialize in cell biology. And it was that, again, that I really found my love and passion for using microscopes to be able to explore organisms. At my undergraduate, as well as my master's program, my model of study was the amphibian. So I spent a lot of time taking a look at the anatomy and physiology of structures of frog skins. From there, I went on and obtained my doctorate degree at the University of Massachusetts in Amherst. The foundation that was laid by my undergraduate and master's programs, that in combination with the skills that I had developed as a scientist, but also as a student athlete, helped propel me into this field of cell biology and developmental biology. And so from there, I ended up getting a PhD in biology, again, under a wonderful mentor, and decided I wanted to pursue a career in higher education. I had many opportunities to be a teaching assistant, and I really love teaching. I really love sharing my knowledge and my passion for biology. And so it was then that I decided that I would go on and pursue a degree to become a faculty member in a college or university. You'll also notice one last image here is of a bird, again, just showing my passion for nature. And again, that has really just supported and solidified my desire to enter into this particular field. So that leads me into where I am today. Currently, I am a clinical professor at Boston University at the Wheelock College of Education and Human Development. I've been at Boston University for 3 years now and spent a prior 20 years at 2 other institutions. One, Hanover College in Southern Indiana, where I got my first teaching position, followed by 18 years at Wheelock College in Boston, Massachusetts. At Boston University, Wheelock College, I am a clinical faculty member in science education, as well as an administrator in student affairs. My current day-to-day ranges from anywhere teaching, grading papers, working with students, to working with faculty and colleagues as we work to help improve and support the student experience at Wheelock College. When I have time, I'm able to do some research, but I do admit being an administrator takes up a lot of my time, and so I do not have much free time in my current role. Taking a look at this next slide, you may wonder, well, what is it that you enjoy about your job? What is it that fulfills you? Why do you go to work every day? And this next 2 slides really emphasize that. I've been able to meet wonderful people, whether it was through my position as a director of the Colleges of the Fenway Environmental Science Program. I was able to meet a variety of individuals who are advocates for the environment. I've been able to work with some wonderful colleagues in math and science. I've also had the opportunity to meet astronauts. As you see here, an image that was taken with Doug Wheelock, which we thought was great. This was when I was at Wheelock College, as well as in different trips that I've traveled on with my colleagues and students, where we went to Belize, for example, to do some service learning and work with a elementary school as we helped them in their academic lessons, as well as different ways in which we could help either paint or clean some of the facilities that they had. So again, really having this opportunity to meet a variety of different people in these different positions that I've had. So colleagues are so important to me. But what's also really important to me, even more so, are the students. When people ask, well, how do you know if you've been successful? Being a faculty member in higher education has allowed me to touch the lives of so many students. You'll notice in these images here, the top left-hand corner, I participated in several service learning trips down to New Orleans after Hurricane Katrina hit. We would get dirty every day, get exhausted as we would help to repair houses. But having that bonding opportunity, which we would come together, was just so important. Whether it was me working with students on research, I use research as a tool to help educate. This is an image of some of my students who participated in conference down in Connecticut. Again, helping share my love and passion for the discipline, allow them to help fine-tune their skills in science, and then be able to help them determine effective ways of communication with other scientists as well as non-scientists. I've again had opportunities to travel to Belize several times, whether it was hiking with students, again, doing service learning, or just exploring the environment. If you were to ask, well, what advice would I give someone who is interested in pursuing a career in STEM? This image here just shows students that I've worked with, whether it was in a middle school STEM in the City program, whether it was working with students helping to clean the environment around the Muddy River. The first thing that I would suggest to you is find a mentor or find several mentors. Reach out, don't be afraid. People want to help. Find some people who will support you and provide you with knowledge about different opportunities. Because the second thing that's so important is just taking opportunities wherever you can. Third thing that I would suggest is don't be afraid to try something new. Life is all about failures and then successes. So try something new. Try going outside your boundary zone, because you'll never know what you end up finding. I wish you the best and good luck.